Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in for our congressional reception meeting. We are looking forward to less than 8 days for our congressional reception on July 26th. We thank you so much for registering, and we are excited to see all of you. I am Isabel Santos. I am an intern at Monarch Housing Associates.
And I'm Jacqueline Briano. I also intern at Monarch for the summer.
And we are excited to give you a webinar, which would be informative on what to expect the day of the event. So let's get started.
So just something pretty general. If any of you guys had attended our district-specific meetings, we had slides with the pictures of your representative. But since this is for everyone, something that we all share in common is that we are represented by two New Jersey senators, Senator Menendez and Senator Booker. Hopefully, we'll get them to attend our event and give some remarks about the need for affordable housing. It's just important that we know what our representatives look like, what their names are, so we can become advocates in the future. And then we have this slide. We have a couple of goals for the day. The number one goal is to fight no housing cuts. So there's many ways you can do that. You're attending the event, which is great. And then you can use social media and use the hashtags, hashtag NJHillDay, hashtag no housing cuts, and hashtag our homes, our voices. Those are really powerful ways to get your views across to your representatives and to people in your social circles. And then another goal we have is to show the New Jersey congressional delegation we care about this issue. There are a lot bigger, flashier issues in the news nowadays, but this one is important, and I think we all can fundamentally agree housing is a right, not a privilege. So it's pretty important. And then we want to also bridge the gaps between policymakers and those who are affected by the policy. Sometimes people who make laws in DC don't really understand how it affects the people who they're representing, and this is a great way to kind of bridge that gap. We're super excited to report that we have over 400 people who will be attending, so we're really happy that you'll be one of them and you're ready to make some change.
So one of the most important reasons for people who are attending is why they should be an advocate for this event. So this is the ultimate opportunity to share their story to the right people in order to make a difference. This is a great opportunity to be active in social justice and to speak up for your rights and the rights of others. You have the chance to meet your elected officials to really express your concerns when it comes to affordable housing and the needs of yourself and your community. And one of the features that we're going to be having at the event is a Facebook Live event where we'll be streaming some of the stories of the people who are attending. So if you're not a speaker and you're kind of asking what will be my role there, this is an opportunity to share your story with everyone if you're not a speaker. And in addition to that, you have the opportunity to meet your elected officials and the opportunity to be in a group photo with your congressional representatives and both senators. And as well, it's the chance to network and to meet other people of like-minded places from all over the state about this issue. And we're hopeful that everyone gets the chance to really voice their concerns and come together to advocate for this important issue. Next slide would be why advocacy is so important right now. Currently, with our political climate and the proposed budgets, people are in fear of what that means for affordable housing. We see a stagnant economy and flat funding for social services that people depend on with increased costs such as SNAP and Medicaid, as well as an attempt to cut these basic social programs that provide a quality of life for people around the nation and especially in the state of New Jersey. With the increase of poverty rate and the higher cost of living, especially in the state of New Jersey, many people find it hard to afford a quality of life and to get day by day, especially with the widening wage gap. A lot of people are unable to live a quality of life on minimum wage, let alone afford housing. So this event, and especially our advocacy during this event, becomes a social responsibility and social justice. It becomes our duty to really advocate that having a home is a basic right and not a privilege. So some of the logistics on the day of the event would be, what should I bring? We would like to highlight this is a free event, and that we will be providing water and snacks, and as well as a boxed lunch during the event. Also, keep in mind what to wear. It's going to be hot in DC, so wear comfortable clothing and as well as comfortable shoes because we will be walking after we get off the bus. In addition, to keep in mind, maybe have a sweater just in case if you are easily cold during the reception, which will be in an auditorium. How does buses and transportation work? So we will have a list and a link to all of our bus stops and locations and time. And as well as when we arrive there, if you lack or need assistance with mobility, there will be golf carts available to take us to the actual room of where the reception is being held. Also, if you are taking the bus, there are bus captains on each bus. There are two, and they'll be assisting you as far as questions, maybe if, and any other things such as getting federal policy issues and telling you how to connect to social media and to use our hashtags, which are located at the bottom in the corner. And next we have on our slides.
So last year we had almost every member of Congress attend, and if they did not attend, they had sent their senior staff, which was super exciting. We're hoping for a very similar turnout for this year. This year so far we have confirmed Congressman Series, Congressman Norcross, and Congressman Lance have confirmed they're attending, which is super exciting, and we're hopeful that more people will attend. We just have such a large number of New Jerseyans who care about this issue that it'd be really great and make a really good case for them to come down and meet their constituents in person in Washington, D.C. There are ways that you can help us get them to come. You can tell them that you're coming, call them, shout them out on Facebook and other social media, but we'll be doing more work like that on the bus, so stay tuned for things like that. And then on the federal policy issues, we have an advocacy toolkit on our website, and it will be linked down in the description bar. It is pretty much just this tool that tracks bills that we think are relevant towards our issues and our fight in affordable housing, and it gives you easy access to understand the bills, and gives you easy access to contact your representative telling them to vote a certain way on this bill based on whether or not it would hurt or harm you. And then there's also major changes in the national budget. HUD in fiscal year 2018 proposed budget is facing a 15% slash in funding, and that's pretty significant. 15% is quite a large chunk to just cut out from underneath their feet, especially since many people rely upon services HUD provides to live a stable and healthy life. And then something also to keep in mind is that you might be meeting a representative, and the goal for this event, one of them I mentioned, was to bridge gaps between federal policymakers and their constituents. So if you meet them, maybe talk about something on a local level that's affected you, because it's easier to see personal stories on the local level when they are thinking about issues. So that's something you might want to bring up and think about for the day of.
So if you have any questions, definitely you are free to reach out to us by email or giving us a call. We have listed our emails and extension numbers. As well, we will be providing links to our website, FAQs, bus locations and schedule, and how to really use our advocacy toolkit will be provided. And as well, any further more detailed questions, feel free to contact us, and we thank you so much for tuning in on our webinar, and we hope to see you all in Washington on July 26th. Thank you.